Here we go. We're on our video. Just out in the park at the moment. You can see the sun still shining. You can see the reflection on the lens. So I just wanted to give out a message to the youth. You see, when you're younger and you're growing up, you have no care in the world. You feel the joy. You're strong. Like you're youthful. You're strong. Powerful. But the one thing that the youth must always remember is that you're not going to be young forever. There's always going to be a time where we're all going to have to get older someday. I remember the days when I was young. I remember when I was able to run, jump, climb. Even you have to hang drop from a second floor balcony straight to the ground. Like you never felt no pain. You just got up and you just kept running. Those times you can run and you don't really get out of breath. You can run up like a 20-story building and run back down and you felt good. But as you get older, life starts to change and reality starts to sink in. So when you're younger, learn how to stay joyful. Don't be in a rush to become an adult. Like enjoy your youth and appreciate it while you have it. So when you're young, the few things you must remember is that always think about your future outcome. What I mean by that you may be young at this moment, but when that time comes when you're around 30 years old, what do you see yourself having? Where you see yourself being when you're like 30 years old? Do you see yourself having a car, having a house? Do you plan of having children? Are you gonna be that person who's gonna be getting married? Are you the person who wants to go on holiday, like see the world, see life and everything around you? So when you're young, you may be joyful and whatever, but the one thing is not to get yourself into trouble. Start a crime. Don't get caught in any dirty act or anything like that. Just live that nice, clean life and like be in tune with life. Like be here in the present, in the now, and just enjoy every minute of it. Don't be in a rush to be an adult, because when you become an adult, there's nothing fun about being an adult, because the only thing you've got to do is just wake up, work, study, pay bills, stress, drama, all type of headache. There's all type of things in life that you're gonna have to be facing where you're gonna wish that you're still a kid. So the main thing is to make sure you live your life well. So one thing I say to your youth is this: is life is precious to you, make sure you invest it in the right things. So what I'm saying is, for example, let's say you wanted to be like a rocket engineer or a car mechanic or whatever it may be. If you want to work on airplanes and so on, the first question you ask yourself, are you going to be happy 25 years later when you're doing it? Because once you invest 10 years or 15 years of your life in something, if you say, oh, I don't want to do this no more, always remember, you never get no years back. So you should always invest your life in the place where it truly matters. And that's the thing that you youth should be doing. So you may be young, experiencing life, want to know what it's all about, but always remember, once you're in school, take your school education seriously. Don't skip or bunk any lessons or any classes. Always make sure you're there on time, you learn, even after school. Do your extra studies, do your research, go college, university, whatever it may be, and make sure you do well in life, because once you do all those type of stuff, at least when you come out, you'll be like, okay, I'm alright in life. However, there's many people I know, including myself, that was around the wrong crowd of people. And when you end up with the wrong crowd of people, when you're in that moment, you're like, oh, let's just run about, let's mess about, let's just waste time. There's nothing to worry about, we're young, we're always gonna be like this. One day I woke up and I was like, wow, look at my life. How did my life become the way it is like this? So I went back and I looked at it very carefully. And if I was conscious of these type of things and made conscious decisions, I would have been in a far better place than where I am now. Of course, it's not too late for you to do anything. As long as you're alive and you got the strength to do it, you'll be able to do it. But you want to make sure that you focus on your education and you do things right and you stay out of trouble and you know your directions in life, because once you reach that adulthood, it's not the same. Because before you realize it, you're on prescribed medication because you're depressed, so you need antidepressants. You're going through all type of worries, anxieties. All this stuff will come for you when you're adult. When you've got kids to look after, to feed, put a roof over the head, you have to earn money to pay your own contract bill. You got to pay the contract bills for the kids. You're going to have to be worrying about rent, electric, light, gas, water, TV license, like you name it. Then you got your Netflix you're paying for, your Amazon Prime you're paying for, and all these things that you're paying for. You got your PlayStation you're paying for, your Xbox you're paying for, Nintendo you're paying for, like you're paying for everything. So when you get to that certain point, you need to learn how to like do the right things in life. So when you get older, you just want to make sure you're on point. You want to make sure you're doing well in life. That's the main thing. So if you do well in life enough, at least when your kids are born, like they'll be alright. And as long as you guide them in the right direction, they'll be good. Because you have to remember, if you push out the wrong seeds out there, then what type of seeds you expecting to grow? So if you see like the soil around me right now, if I put all the seeds in the ground, what would be thorns? What good would it be if this whole part here, this whole Springfield Park, is all thorns? You're just going to be getting yourself pricked. So you want to be able to put the right seeds. So let's say you put all the right seeds, like flowers and stuff. Everything look pretty, everything look nice, everything look good. So you got to know what you're putting out there. Because in the end of the day, the kids is always observing. And they just take on what's out there in society, what's out there in their circle, or what they see. They're thinking, oh, this is what it is. So they imitate it and add it to their own and start thinking this is what it is. So you gotta make sure you do the right things out here and you put things out, because the last thing you want to do is to imitate the things, what you think is what it is, make it your own and then start adding to it, and then you're pushing it out. It's no good. You just keep that chain keep going on and on and on. So that's why whatever you do, just make sure you live life well and you do life good, because one day once you reach my age, you're gonna understand what life is about. What life is about. So whatever you used to do, just stay out of trouble, get the education, enjoy life. Remember this carefully. Don't limit yourself. Try to live your life the best. If you can get that Porsche 911 GT3, go get that. If you can get that Nissan Skyline R35, go get that. If you want that Ford GT Mustang, go get that. If you want that BMW M5, go get that. So whatever it may be, just go out there and get it, because all these things, what you want in your life, as long as you're competent, is high enough, then you'll be able to have all your desires. So just make sure you do the right things in life, because I know you can do these things as long as you put your head to it, because what you focus on is what expands. Where your attention goes is where your energy goes. So always remember that. You manifest your reality. What you think becomes your reality. So just remember that. So whatever you do in this life, just make sure you do it right, and you do all the things that's possible, what's needed, and whatever is possible to do, you do. Always stay positive. Don't be negative. Right? Always try and know that everything's in balance. There will be easy times, there'll be hard times. You may see times where things look impossible. How could this happen? I don't think. Don't worry about that. Because the pendulum will swing and things will happen. There's always that opening where things will happen for you. So you just have to make sure that you're always on the right track and you do the right things, because once you reach my age, trust me, life it gets very, very different. Very different. And you're gonna wonder, how do I go from being this happy kid to this miserable man? So you just have to make sure that you stay on point and you do things right. So whatever you youth do, make sure you take your primary, secondary, college, university seriously, get the education and live your life, man. So just live up your life. So what I'm saying is, because you're only here having a limited physical experience, make sure you live it to your best. If you know you got the money to get the high-end version, go get that. It's like me saying, for example, like the S23 was coming up. You got to have the S23, S23 Plus, S23 Ultra. Then you're gonna have to flip 5 and fold 5. If you know you got the money to get the S23 Ultra, go get that. Because this is like a one-time trial. Go get that if you can get that. If you know, let's say for example you had PlayStation 5 Pro right about now, and you got the money to buy that, why buy the normal PS5 if you can get the PS5 Pro? If you got the money to enjoy things, enjoy your life. Main thing is just make sure, as long as all your bills is paid for, all your shopping's done, the kids and everything's good, and you know you got the money to spend to enjoy your life, enjoy your life. Just make sure that you do the right things, because sooner or later you'll be my age and you know what life is about, and then next 30 years later, after my age, you'll be up in your 60s, and that's a whole different experience. I can't talk about that because that's not in my experience just yet.